Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? We in the building, we in the house. Want to give everybody time to get in. We have a special guest. We have my main girl on the trigger, Chann. Lady Chann, what's up? Oh, let me bring her in right now.
Chann, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's happening?
What's going on with you? Yeah, we got.
Had to try and spruce up for your show, man.
Oh man, listen, I really appreciate that. We're gonna give everybody time to log in. Let me see. We're gonna give everybody time to log in. It take everybody a while, but once we get to rolling,
yeah,
it is. This was short notice, so we got to do a follow up.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go too much into it right now until more people get in, but I will say this. Hold on, let me give everybody a shout out. Tell them what's good, fam. Braveheart, how you doing? Mama Lou, how you doing? How you doing, sis?
I can't see. Can I see the comments? Oh yeah, I can.
The ghost of Bully Son, what's happening? Bully Shoes, what's going on? Already hit the like button. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Let me see what you say. Mama Lou, hey, this is what she say. She say, I was looking forward to the AJ versus Fury fight, but I should have known better. He wonders a lot. Wonders why a lot of people don't like him. He changes his mind like I don't know what.
See?
Listen.
You see?
Yeah, we're gonna.
You see?
We're gonna address that. We're going to address that ASAP. Let me turn this down.
I tell him.
We're gonna.
You, coach. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna address that ASAP. I just don't. As a matter of fact, Chann, I was gonna try to find this video because I shot a video on something similar to this. Let me see. Really? Let me see. Can I find it?
Combing out my wig. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Let me see. Can I find that? Where's that video on my channel? Because right now, I really don't. You can still see me, right, Chann?
Yeah.
Yeah. I right now, I'm just so upset and teed off with this Tyson Fury, AKA Mr. Flip Flops, that I can't. I'm very, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm upset because of the fans. Like, me being a fan of boxing, you being a fan of boxing, I feel like that we are being robbed of an opportunity to see one of the fights of a lifetime. You see what I'm saying? In our era in the heavyweight division. And for this guy, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I thank you a lot for sharing a lot of the backstory that I didn't know. But I'm not going to really get too much into that. But I got to get him. One thing about me, I'm an equal opportunity individual.
You are,
and I got to get that Tyson Fury. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. I really did. Here it goes right here. So let me do this. Yes.
I'll get this hair out of the way. I just like neat hair.
No, I didn't text you. You just got an alert on it. Yeah. So let me see. All right, I'm back. Let me see. Can I share this video? Let me see. Can I share it? Because I want to show people this. Because all right, everybody's coming in. Mama Lou, let's see. Okay, so Braveheart, keep it up. Let me see what you say. Keep it up, bro. I followed you from day one. Like your show, but I think you don't call out Fury at all. He was the one that announced Fury versus AJ 2-fight deal. That man is not stable. Braveheart, you're right.
This is what we're going to address now.
Braveheart, you are right. Right now, I'm very
aware.
Kind of, I'm gonna try to take the emotion out of it. But Braveheart, you're right. I was wrong. So the reason I wanted to do this live with Lady Chann is because I feel like I owe the boxing community an apology. No, not from a LDBC standpoint. I was right on them.
Yeah.
But we ain't talking about the LDBC. I'm gonna bang on them some other time right now. But right now I'm going to address the elephant in the room, Tyson Fury. And me and Lady Chann came up with a nickname we call him Flip Flops. Because one minute he says this and another minute he says that. Right. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. So Chann, share the history with me as it relates to Tyson Fury, please.
Okay, so Tyson Fury, he's had a history of basically going 1 minute left, next minute right. He has, because if you look at Tyson Fury's resume, okay, he's undefeated, but he's strategically picked. He's only fought 3 fighters in the top 10. So one would be Deontay Wilder. One would have been Klitschko. That was his greatest victory. Boring fight, but great victory. And some people put in Luis Ortiz. I don't really, but okay, for the sake of it, we could put in Ortiz, and then you could throw in Weilin. So he came from a history where he's always ducked. He's always ducked. The whole reason why we've got to where we are, because Tyson Fury has always been a man where he says something and then reneges on it. So the first kind of instance that I more or less remember, it's always kind of started since AJ entered the scene. So if we take it back to, the BBC interview that he done, where he said that AJ, who was then an amateur, stamped all over him, like beat him up for like 2 out of the 3 rounds. And then he's going to be a really great champion. As 10 years, 11 years later, he's taken that back. Then he was supposed to fight Dillian White. He totally ducked Dillian White. His behavior, what he's done is that his behavior has always been, let me just take you there, that his behavior,
sorry about that.
His behavior has always been erratic. So by the time he fought Klitschko, he then just went right off the rails, vacated all the belts, and left because he didn't want to do the rematch. Okay. So that was kind of like the first duck. So he wanted to go off on an alcohol, cocaine binge, which probably, ignited the mental health issue.
So basically, you feel like he probably was hiding behind the alcohol and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he didn't want to do the Klitschko rematch because it was a tough fight for him anyway.
Right.
For the rematch. Lennox Lewis did the same thing when Lennox Lewis fought Vitaly.
Yeah, Vitaly Klitschko. Yeah, he didn't.
Then he just retired. He said he will do the rematch and then he retired. So, okay. So then he disappears. Anthony Joshua comes through. All the belts that Tyson Fury vacated, Anthony Joshua collected them, except the WBC belt. Deontay Wilder on the scene. He collects the WBC belt.
Lady Chann, hold on for a minute. Let me give everybody a shout out. Ghost of Bully son, what's good, fam? He said, glad to catch it live. Definitely tuning in. Bullishness. What is that? For Bully Shoes, what's good? What's good, brother? Let's see. Mama Lou. Let's see what else we got. Michael Buffer, what's good? Blue Balls on the show saying Wilder's holding up the fight and he's the king of boxing. Yeah, I bet he is. And guess what? We know that's not true. But I'm going to show you guys something. And Anthony Stark, what's good, fam? Rocket Andretti, what's good, brother? Tyson Fury said he would give up the WBC title. Hold on. Tyson said he would give up the WBC title if he had to fight Dillian White. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he said that before. That was
Lisa Bells, what's going on?
That's how badly he didn't want to fight Dillian White.
Diallo Huggy, what's good, brother? Diallo Huggy, I owe you an apology. You was right. I was wrong. One thing about me, I am man enough to admit when I'm wrong. I'm not going to try to fit a narrative, because of my ego. Lady Chann was right. I was wrong as it relates to Tyson Fury. I owe everybody an apology.
You know what it was? You don't really have to apologize. You just didn't know.
I'm not wrong about the LDBC though. I'm not apologizing for the LDBC. You guys know that. I'm not wrong about the LDBC.
No,
you're not. Banging on them, still banging on Beyonce Wilder. But as it relates to Tyson Fury, you was wrong, brother. You was right. I was wrong, and Lady Chann was wrong, and I'm apologizing right now. It's gonna be some Tyson Fury fans that's gonna be upset, but guess what? I got to call it like it is. It is what it is. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to tell it like it is. But go ahead, Lady Chann. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So Anthony Joshua collects all the belts bar the WBC belt, which I believe Wilder collected it from. Did he collect it from Bermain Stavern?
Yeah, he did. He did. Bermain, I don't know. I forgot how Bermain Stavern got the belt.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know.
But listen, the Bermain Stavern, that him and that Wilder fight, the first fight was a good fight.
Yeah, that's when Bermain Stavern was actually something.
Yeah.
He was all right. And then so Wilder had that. So then we move along. I'm just trying to think of the timeline.
Well, hold on, saying Dragon Leg. I owe you an apology. You was right. You was right about Fury. I owe you an apology also. Diallo Huggy. I owe you an apology. You know, I try to be as objective as possible and giving them the benefit of the doubt. But after listening to the interview and I thought about it and talking to Shan, I say, you know what, man? No, man. It just if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. I'm done with it. Right now. I'm banging on Fury from this point forward. I can't take it no more. Anybody can get it. With
Anyone.
Me. So it is what it is.
It's what it is. So then So then Tyson Fury comes back, and his erratic behavior was he told us that basically he suffers from mental health issues, XYZ. And he kind of used that. And to this day, as like a shield and a brand. So anytime he decides to go a bit, everyone goes, oh, but you know he suffers from mental health. So he ducked Dillian Whyte because it was in the mix that he was to fight Dillian Whyte. For some reason, he didn't want to fight. This is before the WBC, him obtaining the WBC belt. He wanted no parts of Dillian Whyte. And then after Dillian Whyte, then the whole Wilder situation came in. Then this is where the backfire is, because Anthony Joshua was supposed to fight Wilder.
But Wilder ended up ducking Anthony Joshua. So
Wilder and Tyson Fury got together and said to each other, right, we're going to freeze Anthony Joshua out. Anyway, this is what we're going to do, freeze him out. But Wilder thought this was a great idea because he thought that Fury coming off a 2.5-3 year layoff, ballooning to 400 pounds, he thought, I'll get a nice notch on my box rec, beat this little loser.
Right.
Anthony Joshua won't get a look in.
Right.
Okay, so forward up, they do the first fight. It's a draw. Fury won, but hey, it's a draw.
Yeah, Fury won that first fight, absolutely.
Imagine the worst Fury beat Wilder.
Right.
So why does the LGBC find it so hard to believe that a better Fury trashed Wilder?
Right.
Wow.
You know, right. I understand that.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So let me address some of this. Michael Buffer, you said I have to show you something about Fury, but I didn't want to show you because I know that you like Fury, but I sent it to you. Hey, listen, as I said before, I wasn't team AJ, I wasn't team Fury. I always try to be very objective. If you can show me something to open my eyes a little, send it to me. That's the thing with me. Like, I'm not like the LDBC. If I'm not the type of person, if you send me something and if it doesn't fit my narrative, I'm gonna ignore it and be butthurt. I don't have a dog in the race. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know that. But what I wanted to address everybody, I was wrong. You see what I'm saying? So I was wrong as related to, not about the arbitration. I'm going to show you a video on that. I was right about that. Bob Aaron even said that the arbitration is Wilder lost that, and that's not holding up the AJ fight. It's not. It has nothing to do with that. It's Tyson Fury. So based on the interview that I saw today when we did the live earlier, I'm convinced that's who it is, because I went to listening to a lot of stuff that he said in the past, and I'm like, this dude he's all over the place. It's him. It's definitely him. So I need to get Coach Asgee back on. I hate to, I got to talk to him. Hey, man, it is what it is. Something wrong with your boy. I'm not going to be an apologist to try to make friends, to try to keep, not stroke, protect people's egos. Tyson Fury, I'm very upset with this dude right now because us fight fans are being robbed of watching a great fight between two great heavyweights. Well, I guess one great heavyweight, Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's been getting a bad rap, a bad name. This is twice this has happened to Anthony Joshua. First, it happened with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder said he wanted to fight Anthony Joshua. You scandalized Anthony Joshua's name. You called him a coward. You called him every name in the book. You had Black Americans in America hating Anthony Joshua. You see what I'm saying? Let me take that back. From a certain community, the SLDBC, Slow Learning Disability Boxing community, you had them hating Anthony Joshua. So that whole clique was hating Anthony Joshua. Based on a lie that Beyonce Wilder said, because he didn't like the way negotiations quote unquote was going. So okay, so then he comes to the table with Shelly Finkel, aka Shelly Bullwinkle. He comes to the table with Bullwinkle, and Bullwinkle talked him out of told him not to take the 3-fight, $120 million deal. And you walk away, and then you chill and say, I'm gonna fight Tyson Fury. So you and him conspired together to freeze Anthony Joshua out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then y'all talk about Anthony Joshua saying he ain't fighting nobody. But then when he tried to fight Beyonce Wilder, you ducked him to take Tyson Fury, thinking that, you know, this is an easy cherry pick. But you picked the wrong cherry. Fury. Yeah. Tyson Fury beat you, right? So then he fought you the second time, he stopped you. So now Wilder plans have went astray because he's not going to get the AJ fight, right? And then he thought he was going to get the rematch with Fury. Fury should have rematched Wilder. He should have. They had a third fight. It wasn't mandated by the WBC.
No, it wasn't.
Let everybody know that. That fight was not mandated by the WBC. No. But they did have a
fight. Said that.
But it expired. So that's neither here nor there. But my point is this here. You have one fighter that's a victim in this whole thing, and that's Anthony Joshua. It happened to him with Wilder the first time, and now it's happening to him with Fury. So I can't sugarcoat it no more. You see what I'm saying? Tyson Fury, I'm done with him. I don't care. It is what it is. I got to call it like it is. You're talking about you back drinking again, and you ain't been training. You know what? I'm done with you. You know, you call everybody else a dosser, but I think you're the dosser. You see what I'm saying? You know, so I'm just being honest with you. You know what I mean? So unless you fight Anthony Joshua, I'm done with Tyson Fury. Any pro Tyson Fury fans in the chat right now, say something. I was wrong. I owe Michael Buffer an apology, which I did that. Dragon Leg, I owe you an apology. And who else? What my brother at? My main man at Diallo Huggy, I owed you an apology. So
because Anthony Joshua could have, if Wilder took the fight with Joshua, it would have been for undisputed. Wilder always spanned the narrative that he wanted to do undisputed and be, you know, one face of boxing, you know, behind all the in front of all the belts. But because of the conspiracy, they froze him out, and then so Anthony Joshua couldn't fight Wilder, and then Fury didn't want to fight Anthony Joshua and ducked him, and then obviously them two fought. So then it forced Anthony Joshua is only for the sport. He doesn't want to fight you just because. His whole mantra from day one, that when he got signed to Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn will say it, was he wanted to be undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So he's now forced with this. So if you've watched the Tyson Fury interviews that he sprinkled, you could see a clear decline going on. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's like some of it's due to mental health, which at this point you're abusing the term mental health. So if you don't care about it and you want to use it as your narrative, guess what? I'm not going to care about it. And anybody in the comments can say what they want because I don't care. Do you understand? Right. I'm going to bang on him all damn day. The topic of mental health is to be taken serious. And he brought that in the sport of boxing. But yet, in one foul swoop, in my opinion, if you're going to use something abusively, that means you don't care about it. So, so I'm not going to care about whatever your situation is. I'm not going to care whatever your situation is.
So, address this question on the screen. Can you see it?
Yeah, which one? Have you? Oh, on the screen.
Yeah, jumping goes. What's good, brother? What's good?
Yeah, is he playing everyone and actually trying to build more hype for the AJ fight? Is he actually not confident he can win right now? Who knows with Fury? Yeah, but I'm so bored with this. Who knows with Fury? Because it's Fury. You know it's Fury. But he's allowed to drag everyone's name in the mud, through the mud. But when it's him, who cares? It's Fury. You know it's Fury. It's not no fun and games out here. It's people's legacies and what people have trained for. You know, people train for. Big up Leon Figures, Fight Fan Figures. And I don't care if this. To me personally, I don't think this is for publicity. And if it is, shame on you, because this is going to be the biggest backfire if this is for public. Because slowly but surely, every interview that he was doing, he started to talk about inactivity. Inactivity is a problem. Then he did an interview today. When he did the interview today, he said, he said inactivity, it's a problem, but it's not a problem for me because I came in off a 3-year layoff and beat that Wilder, beat his ass. So which one is it? Inactivity is a problem or inactivity isn't a problem? So here we go with flip-flopping again.
Flip-flopping. Yeah, we got to call them flip-flops.
Yeah. There's El Flip-Flopperero. El Flip-Flopperero, yeah? We'll give him that, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's another flip-flop. So then he goes on to say in the other interviews, he doesn't care. He is never fighting Wilder again. I could have sued him for all of the defamatory remarks that he made about me. And also, it was disgraceful what he said about my gypsy culture.
Right.
Now, moving along, a month or a few weeks, Deontay Wilder, I need to have 2 fights. I've been inactive, but yet you were supposed to fight Takam. And I'll be dropping something about with the Takam interview I did with the negotiations, what happened with Takam. So stand by tomorrow. So he ducked Takam because Takam's team thought they was fighting December 5th. Then it was Caballel. Everything seemed to be, the splits were right because, Caballel's not on a level where he has much leverage, but it was supposed to be a tune-up. That flopped. So you did, and the reason why they said that flopped, Frank Warren said, there's no money. There's no crowd. Tyson Fury already said that he doesn't mind to do it without a crowd. It's a tune-up, so money's not going to be the biggest thing. So if your team can't deliver your contract, there again, you guys are all flip-flopped. So then moving on, he's now saying that the 2 fights, if it's not Anthony Joshua, he is willing to fight Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, that's crazy. So because it's several red flags. Because I took notes in this interview that really got me. We'll address this earlier, guys. But let me do this. Anthony Stark, you said this is not the first time Fury did this. Before in 2019, he used AJ name for publicity. Anthony Stark, you are right.
And Wilder did.
There's 2 fighters that use AJ name for publicity.
They conspired.
Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. So there's 2 victims in this what I call boxing crime. It's us fight fans. We're the victims because we are denied of the right to see the fight that we want to see. And it's Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is a class act fighter. You see what I'm saying? Never heard him say anything bad, negative. He always take the high road. And I always see him get attacked, mostly by the LDBC in Wilder. But because when Tyson Fury came into the picture, that took the line of fire from the LDBC and Wilder off of AJ, and it went at Tyson Fury. Now Fury comes in, steals the limelight, do whatever, and now, see, this is what I said earlier today. I found it very hard to believe that this guy's going to make the most money he's ever made in his life, $100 million or more, whatever the case may be, him and AJ a piece, and he's afraid to fight Anthony Joshua. Now, anybody in this chat, me and you, Lady Chann, whatever, Anthony Joshua can offer me $1 million and I'll fight him in the morning. Listen, I won't be afraid or anything. Now, I'm going to get knocked out. I'm going to fall if he swings hard, and even if he misses, I'm hitting the ground and I'm getting count out, but I would be there to fight. I just find it hard to believe that a guy who's been to he went to Germany, chicking out on Vlade Klitschko for the second fight. But he went there and he fought him. And he came to America and he fought Deontay Wilder twice, who was arguably the most hardest hitting, punching heavyweight in boxing. This is how he was hyped up. So I said, well, I don't think he's scared of Wilder for a third fight because he fought him twice. So I don't think that's it. But as it relates to Anthony Joshua, I say, dude, who turns down all of this money to fight this guy? Now I'm hearing all these damn excuses. He's saying I'm back drinking again. I stopped training. He said that he don't want to fight anywhere but Vegas. This is crazy. Listen, you pay me $1 million, I'll fight you on the moon. I'll fight you in Russia in the middle of winter. I'll fight you on the North Pole. I'll fight you on the Brooklyn Bridge. I'll fight you on the London Bridge. I'll fight you on the Alpha Tower. Just send me the check. I'll be there. You see what I'm saying? So in my mind, I couldn't fathom someone would be afraid of Anthony Joshua not to fight him.
Yeah.
This is not the first time. Deontay Wilder did the same thing. $120 million deal, 3-fight deal. Him and Shelley Bullwinkle walks away from that deal, saying, this is a slave contract and I'm a bet on myself and all of this stuff. I got to fight with Fury. So now...
Well, what slaves do you know have 120 million pounds in their account?
So now, me and Lady Chann was talking about, she opened my eyes to something. I think you're right, Shan. You might be onto something. I think Tyson Fury and Wilder conspired because Tyson Fury doesn't like Anthony Joshua.
No.
Deontay Wilder doesn't like Anthony Joshua. So they had a common enemy. So they decided we're going to fight each other and freeze AJ out.
Right.
But what happened with AJ? AJ ended up getting paid more money to fight other fighters. See, all roads going to lead back to Anthony Joshua. If you want to be undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, you're going to have to go see Anthony Joshua.
Right.
And if Anthony Joshua don't want to be undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, he got to fight whoever had that WBC belt.
Right.
For the sport of boxing, what's good for us fans right now, we need to get that belt to Anthony Joshua.
Right.
The problem is you have two fighters. One fighter named Deontay Wilder, AkA Beyonce Wilder, because he likes to twerk. He didn't want to fight AJ, but he used AJ's name to build his status. And then Tyson Fury has the belt now, but he don't want to fight AJ, but he was using AJ's name to build his status. Now, both of them have one thing in common. They both backed out of it somehow. And so I'm furious with Tyson Fury right now.
Yeah.
If you're a Tyson Fury fan, I don't mean it.
They're all in the comments. I can see them saying, "Oh, two casuals, just two casuals, rolling on the floor, dumb-ish." Like, you got as what. When I tell you that Fury had some fanboys and fangirls that are just as bad as the Wildettes, it's ridiculous, especially on this side of the pond. I guarantee you they're from the UK.
Dragon Leg, what you say? Fury fans heated. Hey.
Yeah.
I fight AJ just one hit on the arm and I'm going to roll over. Hey, listen, Peter Barnarts, shout out to you, brother. Fury scared. Listen, Peter Barnarts, right. I understand, brother. I understand. For whatever the reason may be, we can only go by what Tyson Fury words out of his mouth. He's saying that he started back drinking. He said that he hasn't been training. He said that he only wants to fight in Vegas. He said that he's doubtful that the fight between him and Anthony Joshua is going to happen. Even though his American promoter, Bob Arum, said that everything is a go. Even though Frank Warren said everything is a go, even though Eddie Hearn said everything is a go, and AJ don't do any talking, but he's talking now like, this fight's going to go down in June. Right. But now Tyson Fury is saying the total opposite. So either these four men are lying or Tyson Fury is lying. I want you to answer that question, Peter Barnards. I got a great deal of respect for you, but right now we got to address the elephant in the room. We going by what Tyson Fury is saying out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Then he said that he's not going to fight Deontay Wilder again because he insulted his culture and his character with all these allegations. Now, today, he said that he might fight Deontay Wilder again for the trilogy. So now, either you're going to fight Deontay Wilder or you're not going to fight Deontay Wilder. And if you're going to fight Deontay Wilder, then you told a lie. Yeah. Then you said that you're going to fight AJ, you'll beat him with one arm tied behind your back. Now you're saying that, man, I don't know if it's going to happen. I stopped training. I'm inactive. Yada, 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 yada. You have to address these issues. Listen, there's nothing wrong with you being a pro Fury fan. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to address the issues.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
basically, is this to do with anything? Because the LDBC are going to fly with the narrative now that the reason why Tyson Fury may fight Wilder is because Wilder has stuck a pin in arbitration and stopped the Fury and
let me know if you can see this. Let's see. Can you see this? I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see this. Can you see that, Shan?
No, I can't.
Okay. What about anybody else in the chat? Oh no, never mind. No, you can't see it. All right.
No.
Can you see it
yeah, I can. Yeah.
All right. This is the video that I shot. Yeah. Bob Arum was on Barbershop Talks. Everybody in the chat should be able to see this too. Bob Arum said that Deontay Wilder arbitration case is over, and we discussed it. We did it live. And this is the link. The source link was Sporting Icons, right? Sporting Icons was the source link, but also Fred Barbershop Talks was the link also as well. Hold on, let me close it now. Let me remove it. So Fred, okay, you don't see it anymore, right?
No.
Okay. Stop screen. All right, there we go. So yeah, so you can see me well?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Fred Barbershop Talks, he did that show on there, and Fred was looking sick.
It's just me.
Yeah, hey, Fred, hey, Shan, Fred was looking sick. Let me show you.
He was gone. He was gone. He was totally devastated. Totally devastated, and there's been no follow-up ever since.
Yeah, Fred was looking sick. So, and no one refuted that. So when you tell me what's going on in that, one thing about arbitration is a gag order.
Yep.
It's a gag order. So anything that's going on in that case, it's, me or Shan or whoever else, it'd just be speculation because it's a gag order. Unless Tyson Fury's camp or Wilder's camp come out and say anything. Wilder hasn't said anything, but his representatives have. But let's stick to the topic at hand, Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
So now, Red or Dead said that us in the UK know Fury. Fury had got a history. And Shan, you educated me on that history very well. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because of the mental health issues. He did say that there's a lot going on behind the scenes that people don't know about.
Yeah, but does that have to be specifically due to Anthony Joshua, or could that be due to Wilder?
No, he's speaking very vague. When you speak very vague,
very ambiguous,
you leave a whole lot of holes in your story. So you shouldn't even brought it up if this stuff is going on. But anyways, let's see what's going on. So Tony Robles, shout out, brother. Oh, somebody gave you a shout out.
Shout out. Hi, Tony Robles.
Listen, but Bowling Shoes, yes, you're right. The best should fight the best every time. Everyone is trying to be like Mayweather. Man, listen. This
is why I'm saying, is Tyson Fury afraid of AJ, that not physically afraid of him, but afraid that AJ will beat him and therefore he loses his O?
Man, listen.
Do you find that hard to believe that a fighter that's gone around talking about he's the lineal champion, the man that's beat the man that's beat the man, we only cared about the lineal when Lennox Lewis had it. And do you think he wants to lose that in one foul swoop? Look at his. We're going to be doing a show on Sunday about resumes, right?
Right.
We're looking at his resume.
Right.
Look at his resume, Coach Malachi.
Listen. What you say, Saul? Greetings. I won't believe another word out of Fury until he signed that contract.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Hey, Saul, that's where I'm at right now. I don't want to hear nothing from Fury. I don't give a damn about you've been drinking. I don't care nothing about no depression. I don't care about any of that. Listen, if you were so damn depressed and you should have kept your ass out of boxing and let the real men fight. I don't have time for this anymore. I'm done with this dude. Like I gave this dude the benefit of the doubt. Now, this has nothing to do with Beyonce Wilder, LDBC fanboys. So if you're on here, don't go running back to your crew saying, yes, now Coach Malachi's waking up. He realized that Deontay is in control of the heavyweight division. Deontay in control of nothing. He at home in Alabama right now, eating some barbecue ribs right now. That's what he's doing. And probably twerking somewhere. So cut it out. And he's being quiet as a church mouse. He ain't said nothing.
Yeah, so
we don't want to hear that. And we know he's a liar too. But as it relates to Tyson Fury not keeping their word about the third fight, Deontay Wilder is right.
He's got a point.
But guess what? Deontay Wilder has a point. But guess what? What goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Because you did the same thing to Anthony Joshua. So you use Anthony Joshua's name to build your profile up. You slander Anthony Joshua's name. You called him a coward. You got a whole boxing community on YouTube hate Anthony Joshua for no reason at all.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I never hated Anthony Joshua. I like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. I think they were both great champions. But I don't look at Tyson Fury the same way today as I did last week. I'm done with him. You see what I'm saying? So other than that, we've been robbed of a fight, one of the fights of the century. So how is AJ gonna get the WBC belt if Tyson Fury need to be stripped of the belt?
Yeah.
Right now. If he's not gonna fight Wilder or if he's not going to fight AJ, then go back in retirement.
Yeah.
Go get you some more drinks.
Yeah.
And let's get away from
your thing and let us get on with boxing. Yeah. Because what he's doing is throwing a spanner in the works, and he's going to make it. Like what he said in the interview, like, are you going to fight Anthony Joshua? Eventually. Yeah, well, why is it eventually and not as a matter of urgency? Right. Because what he's doing is setting up the narrative so he could actually put the brakes on all of this yet again on Anthony Joshua's career. And it's just unfair.
It's unfair because Anthony Joshua could have been fighting Alexander Usyk right now. But guess what, though? But I'm going to tell you guys something in the chat. Tyson Fury is under contract in the United States, along with Frank Arum, to fight 2 fights. Mm-hmm. He's not going to retire red or dead. He's not going to retire. Because if he retires, Bob Arum is going to sue his ass. Mm-hmm. And Frank Warren is going to sue him. So he can't retire. He has to fight. The problem is, it looks like he's trying to, I got to call it, he's trying to duck AJ.
Some leverage tactic or something.
He's trying to duck AJ. Mm-hmm. And then now he looks like he's trying to run back to Wilder, saying I might fight Wilder for a 3rd time.
How pathetic is that? That's so no integrity. Like, that is no integrity. No. Like, he was your enemy, number 1. And then all of a sudden, actually, I'm going to be friends with you. You're weak. I looked at that interview and I thought, weak, and you don't look right, and you need to go somewhere.
Hey, I'm laughing at Diallo Huggy. What you say? It's like that person said yesterday. The LDBC all cite their sources from each other.
It's true. It's true.
Hey, hold on. Mark Remington said that I'm in the UK. Fury is just the great white hope.
Meghan Markle antidote. He's silly. Yeah, and that's what it is, and it became divisive here in the UK. Mm-hmm.
Listen, Drew Harding said on Spot On, Lady Chann, about Fury and Wilder fanboys. Man, listen. Hey, listen, let me ask you guys a question in the chat. What do you think? Because Lady Chann made a valid point. Do you think that Wilder and Fury, remember a few years ago when they agreed to fight each other, that they conspired to come together to fight each other to freeze Anthony Joshua out? Mm-hmm. Because, Fury hates Anthony Joshua and Wilder hates Anthony Joshua. Mm-hmm. So they probably said, enemy, the enemy to my enemy is my friend. Mm-hmm. So they said we're going to come together and fight each other. Wilder thought it was going to be an easy win, but it wasn't. It didn't turn out that way. So he's butthurt about that. Mm-hmm. So you fought Fury twice and you couldn't beat him.
Yeah. So you can't beat him. But then then Wilder did the same thing with Dillian White and said to Dillian White via text message, I'm going to freeze you out for 2 years. So, this is not about race, but if we're going with your mantra that you're so pro-black, every black person you're ready to fuck over.
Right, absolutely.
So I can't listen to anything that you've got to say because your whole blueprint is a wash. They're all tapped, mate. They're tapped. We say in the UK, we say tapped, meaning off. They're tapped.
Yeah.
Tapped. And then, so you fuck up with Dillian White's career, and because Dillian's such a warrior, he decided to still, do fights that he didn't really have to do, and he was on an 11-fight winning streak until Povetkin.
But you know what though? The WBC did Dillian White wrong.
They did him wrong.
They did him wrong.
Yeah, because you know what it is? Because they'd rather Wilder be the champion because the sanctioning fee, the percentage that they would get from Wilder would be more than what they would get from Dillian White do you understand?
Lisa Bells, you say the fans are tired of this crap. We just want an undisputed champion. Lisa, I'm with you on that. I'm upset with Fury because, listen, dog, I was hyped about this fight like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh man, look at some of the videos I've done. I'm like, man, we fixing to get this undisputed. Wow. This is going to be great. I was like, they got me all hyped up about this. Because the last time we had an undisputed heavyweight champion was Lennox Lewis.
How much was the hair, Omega Iceman? I don't know how much this hair is. Why do you want some?
Listen, Andrew Z, he said 100%. If you know anything about Tyson Fury, you know he has no fear of any man.
I can get you some.
Okay, so Andrew Z,
You know, you get losers in the chat.
All respect to you. All respect to you, brother. I won't doubt that Fury is not afraid of any man. What I want to know is this here. Why is he trying to back out of the Anthony Joshua fight? Just answer that question for me. That's
he
all
feels
I want
that
to know.
he can't win.
Answer that question for me, son.
All
right, Peter Von Arx. Fury's just being a crybaby. That's all.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Why does everybody just go, oh, it's just as that? That's all. No, what does that mean? Clarify. What do you mean he's been? What?
Okay, Kyle, what do you say, brother? You're overreacting to everything Fury is saying. Have you not learned to take what he says with a pinch of salt?
Why
the fight will happen, and you can backtrack and apologize at that point. I hope I'm wrong, brother.
All right, then, mate.
See, Kyle, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope you're right. But as of right now,
you're wrong.
Take that grain of salt that Fury said, and I'm going to take that grain of salt for what it's worth. The grain of salt, Tyson Fury said that he started back drinking again, and he's not training. So that's what the grain of salt said. The grain of salt said that there's a lot going on behind the scenes that us fans don't know about. That grain of salt said that the fight with him and AJ will eventually happen, but he doesn't believe it will happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
That same grain of salt said that he has 2 fights left on his contract with Top Rank, and he doesn't care who it is that he fights.
Look what Mark Remington said on the comment. Exactly what I said to you. Not afraid to fight, but he's afraid to lose.
Right. All Tyson Fury said was AJ lost his pen. No, you got to listen to
was the big gosser. Remember how this fight was kind of so when AJ was fighting the lead up to him fighting Pulev,
right?
You had them saying, what about the Tyson Fury? Every interview that he did, they were throwing, what about the Tyson Fury fight? AJ was like, look, I already looked over a fighter before who was Andy Ruiz, because when he was going to be fighting Andy Ruiz, he had everyone talking about Wilder rubbishing in his name, Tyson Fury rubbishing his name. Oh, he's ducking us. He's a coward. He won't fight. So he lost to Ruiz for whatever reason he lost. Then he took that he learned a lesson that
he took the Andy Ruiz fight lightly. I believe that.
From that loss, he said he will never overlook a fighter again. So when he was mandated to fight Kubrat Pulev, everybody still tried to do the same tactic. What about Tyson Fury? What did it is? Because Tyson Fury was back and forth in. Well, he wasn't even back and forth in because Wilder went totally quiet. So then Anthony Joshua said, "Listen, I'm not talking about nothing at the minute because all I'm concentrating is on Kubrat Pulev. He's a good fighter, and I want to get through that first and foremost." Cool. He did that, and while in the commentary, you guys may be a testament to this if you're from the UK. On Sky, you had Carl the Contradiction Froch, which we're going to take the contradiction off of him and give it to Fury, because I think Flip Flop Contradiction Fury is a better name. Carl, you don't need the contradiction. So Carl was saying the whole way through, he was being very negative about AJ, and then he was like, he can't, as soon as AJ, he can't apply those tactics to Tyson Fury and think he's going to beat Fury like that. My guy, we're at a fight watching him fight Pulev. Why is it that you're already talking about Tyson Fury? So as you saw at the post-fight interview, Anthony Joshua looked kind of like pissed off. And he said he just wanted to go to his dressing room. They was there talking about Fury. So Anthony Joshua just said, listen, who next do you guys want me to fight? And then the crowd was like, yeah, or I don't know if they, Fury. So Anthony Joshua said, I'm not saying no names because I did that before and it didn't get me anywhere when I was calling out Fury and calling out Wilder. So I'm not saying anything for now. Next day, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, he's scared of me, the big dosser, didn't even want to say my name. Moving on from that. Then the fight, then Tyson Fury comes out, that McKinnon Guy, yes, look, we got the fight of undisputed. Yeah, hi, he was swinging off the chandeliers. And now look where we are. So Anthony Joshua, they got all that sorted out. That's when you heard Joshua started to speak. Remember, Joshua owns his management company. So he started to speak. Anthony Joshua said, let's talk more action. You would never hear Anthony Joshua talk about all of this, a fight going on, if there wasn't a fight going on. So is everybody a liar, or is it just these two, Flip Flop and Beyonce, just the liars?
Right. So Jermaine C said that if Fury had no fear, he'd have a better resume. Okay, valid point.
Exactly.
Valid point. Best of the best.
His resume
best of the best says, really feeling your show, bro. Keep up the total excellent work. Hey, real talk. Yeah. Good looking out, best of the best, man. I really appreciate that, brother.
We love the show, don't we? Yeah.
Anyways, let's look at some more. Let's see.
Yeah. So, popular on. What did this geezer say? Let me see what you said. The popular opinion for Lady Chann, all titled LMFAO. I don't know what that means. I always see you reptile lifestyle. You stop commenting my stuff because you always come through with some madness. But
looks like AJ won't have trouble finding a boyfriend. Oh, reptile lifestyle. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Reptile lifestyle's a troll. He always says these mad things. Just move on swiftly.
Stick up. Let's see. Stick up for yourself. AJ battled him in sparring years ago. Mm-hmm. Him and Wilder have blacklisted him, as they know AJ destroys them. Fury is a disgrace to the fans and to AJ, so jealous of him and disrespectful to the fans. Hey, man, I can't argue with that at this point.
What did I say? They're clearly jealous.
Okay, Rachel, how you doing, sister? You said, look at Fury's actions. He's not consistent. He wants another Schwartz and a Wallin before he fights AJ. He should not be allowed to do that after all the trash talk and no man can beat me talk. Right. Rachel, I have one thing to say about that. You're 100% right about that. But if Fury wants to have a fight before he fights AJ, he should just say that.
Right.
He should just say that.
Right.
Say, look, AJ, listen, when you going to fight, I'm going to sign this contract. We're going to get it on this year. Let me fight a bum. Let me fight a taxi cab driver or Uber driver, that, to warm himself up a little bit, and then we're going to fight. Just say that. But the stuff he's saying now, I'm back to drinking. The fight not going to happen anytime soon.
I'm not training.
Going on in the background. I'll never fight in the UK again, ever.
Yeah.
That's like me saying, I'm an American champion. I'll never fight in
America. Yeah.
Who would say that?
I would never fight in Miami, and you're from Florida.
Yeah, come on, man. I mean, yeah. I don't
get disrespectful to UK fans as well for what he's saying.
So hold on, what do you say? Shadow Ghost, what's up, brother? You say, what is a dosa?
Yeah, it's a UK thing. We don't really use it in London. It's old, but he's from out of London, so he's got some old dialect. A dosa means someone. It means a bum.
Oh yeah, Red or Dead. He said Carl Falk is an AJ.
Yeah, it's an AJ hater.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Let's see. Let's see what you say. Best of the best. Joshua and Fury. Let's get undisputed in full effect, man. Bruh. At this point, just fight me.
Right.
Hey, listen. I'd be a lot cheaper. Listen, this is what we're gonna do. Because I can talk a lot of trash, right? So we're gonna find me 10 bums that I can fight in 1 year. I'm gonna knock them out. We gotta make sure they drunk first. I'm gonna knock them out. I'm gonna promote the fight, and we're gonna get Eddie Hearn to promote me, and then we're gonna go around talking trash. We're gonna hype it up. I'm gonna call AJ out, sell him
manager.
Everywhere he goes, I'm gonna be there talking trash. We're gonna build a hype up. You see what I'm saying?
And I'm the management. Yeah.
Yeah, and Shane will be the manager.
Yeah. And we're good to go. Well, Mill.
Listen, man.
Just for a milli.
This isn't fair to Anthony Joshua, man. Like, bro,
So Malachi, where do you see this going? Like, now that you've got all of this context, how do you really truly feel? And where do you really think, do you think this is damaging on multiple levels? Like it's damaging to like AJ, damaging, like it gives the LDBC like a leg to stand on. How do you feel about it?
How I feel about it, it's not damaging to AJ. Because AJ is the one that looks like he's the stand-up guy in the whole thing.
It slows down his career.
Yeah, it slows down his career from wanting to be undisputed standpoint.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is AJ still makes the most money out of all the heavyweights, which that, you know, I don't care nothing about that.
Yeah.
AJ's willing to fight anybody for whatever. It does slow down his career from trying to get that WBC belt to become undisputed champion. He's had 2 fighters that had this belt. Deontay Wilder had that belt. He didn't want to fight Anthony Joshua, even for $120 million 3-fight deal. He bet on himself, and he lost a whole lot of money because he didn't make nowhere near that amount of money fighting Fury and Ortiz or Fury and Dominique Brazil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What between Fury first fight and second fight, he fought what? Ortiz again in Brazil? And then so he didn't make no $120 million out of none of that.
No.
His biggest payday was, I think, the second Fury fight. They made $25 million a piece. If I'm not
really, I thought it was 10, but yeah, I'm probably wrong.
I think they got a percentage of the pay-per-view because the pay-per-view did okay. It did like 850,000.
Really?
Pay-per-view buys. Yeah.
But they didn't sell out the actual physical venue. That was the thing.
But it was so many people from UK there.
Yeah, but it wasn't sold out, and that's the thing why they hate on AJ, because you know he sells out stadiums.
I mean, AJ came to New York and sold out within minutes.
Madison Square Garden. All right, he lost. He lost, but you know, he still sold it out.
All right, see, Kyle.
Sorry, can I ask you one more question?
What's that?
All right, because AJ as the belt holder for 4 of the belts and stuff, he's going to have to fight only mandatories, because with this pause on his career, who does AJ fight? He can't go and fight bums. He can only defend his belts, and then it's going to lead to a period of inactivity for AJ eventually. Do you see how damaging, like the ripple effect of what it could lead to if Tyson Fury stalls this up?
I'm fixing to answer your question. Alexander Usyk, I'm gonna tell you how I know this fight was fixing to go down, because the WBO, Alexander Usyk was the #1 mandatory for Anthony Joshua's belt. The WBO believed that this fight was going to go down so much that they made an exception. They said, okay, we're going to make Usyk fight Joe Joyce for an eliminator mandatory. They clear AJ from having to be forced to fight his mandatory. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm starting to think now, did Tyson Fury do all of this just to mess AJ up because he hates AJ so much?
Possibly. Can't say yes, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, I have no proof of that, but
yeah,
all I'm saying is Tyson Fury was happy as hell a month or so ago, or 2 months ago, about getting the largest payday of his life fighting AJ. He said AJ was a retirement plan. Remember that?
Yeah.
He said AJ was a retirement
plan.
And now he's did a whole 180.
Yeah. But do you know that the WBO, because I did also a piece on it, because if you go and look at my channel, there's a link in my description box. I'm not like the LBC.
Let me address this guy, C. Kyle. Fair enough to talk about all things he said, but why be disrespectful prematurely? Why promote conspiracy theories about Fury hating Anthony Joshua and avoiding the fight? The LDBC do that stuff. Listen, C. Kyle, all due respect, sir. Fury does not like Anthony Joshua. That's not a conspiracy. He have said this on numerous videos. He have said this. So I'm only repeating what Tyson Fury said. That's not a conspiracy if your guy said that out of his own mouth.
Yeah, it's a fact, and they don't like it.
That's a fact, because he said that out of his mouth.
Yeah,
I promote theories about Fury hating Anthony Joshua, and he's avoiding the fight.
Take his thing off the screen. It's annoying.
I'm not.
Can you take it? Yeah, thanks.
I'm not saying that. I'm not promoting a conspiracy theory that's saying.
What's time for them?
What's his name?
Time for them.
Fury is avoiding the fight. Fury's saying out of his own mouth that he don't see it happening no time soon. But his promoter is saying something different. Frank Warren is saying something different. Eddie Hearn is saying something, and Anthony Joshua is saying something different. So is what I'm asking you, C. Kyle, is this: is Anthony Joshua line? Is Eddie Hearn's line? Is Frank Warren line? Is Bob Arum line? If they are, let me know that in the chat. that you believe
Also,
the line, and Tyson Fury is the truth teller in this story. That's
also,
all.
Malachi, that you know, the WBO are not the ones that said, the WBO that said, yeah, guys, it's cool. We'll hold off, and you can do the road to dispute undisputed, and Usyk, you're gonna have to chill out. You know, Usyk never got any step aside money.
Yeah, I thought he did, but I didn't know that.
No, his manager said didn't get any step aside money. But a damning thing is what the WBO said to Alexander Usyk's manager, who's called Alexander as well. Yeah, that there's an expiration on how long they are willing to wait, because unless Tyson Fury's team or Anthony Joshua's team releases a statement to say that the date of the fight, they're giving them 3 weeks from now to do so. And if not, Alexander Usyk is gone back to mandatory for Anthony Joshua.
So this guy, what Tobin Tyne said that we knew this a long time ago about Fury. I guess that's what he's saying.
Yeah, we knew this long time in Jamaica, long time ago. Did you hear what I said, Malachi?
Ola Worley said that Tyson Fury's only title defenses was against cocaine, alcohol, and depression.
Malachi, did you hear what I said? The WBO has said to Alexander Usyk's manager, they're giving this 3 weeks, and if there isn't a date released within this 3 weeks for the AJ Fury fight, Alexander Usyk gets remandated back to Anthony Joshua.
So let's see.
This is Malachi, you're not listening.
No, go ahead. Sorry about that. I'll read it.
Yeah, hold up 1 second.
I'm sorry, Shay. Go ahead.
For the third time. So, Alexander Usyk's manager, who's called Alexander as well.
Okay.
The WBO have said to him, if Tyson Fury and AJ do not state a date in the next 3 weeks of when an official date of when this fight is happening, the WBO are then going to remandate Alexander Usyk to fight Anthony Joshua.
And if they do that, Alexander Usyk is going to get killed.
The manager's mouth. Say that?
I say if they do that, Alexander Usyk is going to get killed because he is too light in the behind. He doesn't stand a snowball chance. He doesn't pack power in the heavyweight division.
We know this, but what I'm saying is that aside is that this is the confusion that because of Tyson Fury is what's going to happen now. Alexander Usyk, you don't understand, like when you throw a stone in the water, it's not where the stone lands, it's the ripple effect afterwards. So it's just a mass of confusion. And this is just a whole mishmash of confusion because this is how Tyson Fury's mind operates. And then everybody has to say, oh, but he's got mental health. And if you try and question someone or pull up someone that has mental health, you are deemed as the bad person. Well, I'm telling you guys now, whether you like it or not, because I don't give a shit, I'm going to be banging out on him on my channel until more answers are given. Much respect, Red or Dead. Don't forget the other N. It's 2 N's.
Well, you see the comment right there. Peter Von Ark said, "Why would Fury hate AJ? He's going to make millions fighting him."
This is what we're saying. We don't know because maybe he's just afraid of losing his own. And what else I said, guys, is that basically we will never okay, let's just say Tyson Fury does the fight. So that it's a 2-fight deal. I'm telling you guys now, hand on my heart, that if Fury loses the fight to AJ, he takes the money, he rides off into the sunset, he won't do the second fight. If Tyson Fury wins the fight with AJ and becomes undisputed champion, he will vacate those belts and retire. I'm guaranteeing it, and won't fight AJ for the second fight. I guarantee it. He'll vacate the belts and they'll all be scattered and AJ will have to try and clean them up again and other fighters will have to all go. I'm telling you, this is going to be a mess. When you've got someone that thinks so irrational and so illogical, it is only one outcome. And I'm telling you, I'm glad we're doing this on live, so it's documented that I said this.
Right.
And by.
Right. So my question to the audience is this. Everybody in the chat. Why Wilder is not fighting anybody? What's holding him up?
This is what I'm saying. So, guys, what is holding up Wilder? Because he is well, it's not really anything different. He always is extremely silent. His little LGBT minions come out, you know, after their little LGBT meeting of what they've got, what narrative that they've got to spin. I'm waiting for this one anyway. What narrative they're going to spin. Their leader comes out, rises through the ashes like the all-seeing blood clot oracle, and comes out and goes with their narrative. And then he goes right back to wherever whence he came from in Alabama, goes back to twerking. The LGBT congregate again, have another meeting. What other narrative can we spin? They spew it all out. Their little leader, Beyonce Wilder, comes out, goes with the narrative, disappears again into a puff of smoke. You know that's what happens.
Let's see. Rachel said that don't worry about AJ. Every jealous fighter been trying to stop AJ getting undisputed, but they won't stop AJ getting to the bag. He will conquer. He will conjure up another $85 million turkey, a la Andy Ruiz. Hey, you know what? Hey man, I wouldn't mind seeing the AJ Andy Ruiz 3 then.
No, I don't. I mean, it's pointless, that fight.
Yeah. Let
Wilder fight Andy Ruiz.
Listen.
Why does Joshua have to go and do all the shitty work and clean up after people? No, let Wilder fight Andy Ruiz.
Wilder should fight Andy Ruiz.
These losers with their shit resumes go and fight heavyweight fighters in the top 10. What AJ's done it. He's defended 7 titles, like 7 times. He's done 7 title defenses. Okay, so we ain't got time now to be telling AJ that he's got to do this. Man's got 4 belts. He has to defend what I think 3 of them: WBO, WBA, IBF, and IBO. Right?
Right.
Yeah. So they don't all have mandatories. Which one doesn't have a mandatory? Do they all have mandatories? Because one belt.
I don't think the WBA has one right now.
But what I'm saying is AJ always fights his mandatories. He does his job. So no, AJ doesn't have to go and fight Andy Ruiz. Let those idiots. AJ's fought loads of top 10 fighters. Let them go and fight Andy Ruiz.
Anthony
Ruiz and Deontay Wilder are on the same fucking side. They're on the same team. That fight would be easy to make. Why did he fight him stupid Chris Arreola? Let them do their little rubbish. Stop bringing Anthony Joshua and other fighters of great credentials and resumes into their little mud. We're done with it now. It's been sourced and it's been sussed, and we're not having it.
The money fight is Anthony Joshua. The money fight is if someone can fight Tyson Fury. But right now, Tyson Fury, it doesn't look like he's going to box Anthony Joshua. Don't know if he's going to box Wilder. I don't think Top Rank is going to allow him to box any bums because they need to make their money back. So at this point, Tyson Fury is between a rock and a hard place at this point. So in Anthony Joshua, there's no telling when he's ever going to become undisputed. I have never seen anything like this before in my life.
When Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield, this would never be allowed. Never be allowed. This was never going on. They was fighting back and forth and back. No ducking, none of all of this. When Lennox Lewis fought Hasim Rahman and got obliterated, he came straight back and battered Hasim Rahman, and that was done and dusted. Andy Ruiz came and dusted off and Anthony Joshua. Joshua came back and dusted off Andy Ruiz. Like, those are the parallels that I can make with Anthony Joshua, and to a degree, I love Lennox Lewis as a fighter, not as a person. But there's a
I hated Lennox Lewis.
Parallel. I never liked him. Still to this day, I don't like him.
I was a Mike Tyson fanboy. So if whoever beat Mike Tyson, I had beef with you.
I was a fan of Mike Tyson until he beat up Frank Bruno Until he beat up Frank Bruno, then I cried and then I was like, oh no. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's just ridiculous. Like what boxing now than what it was before.
Let me address this question here. All right, John Fury has been talking about retirement, saying Tyson has nothing to prove. This was after Wilder fight. He said it numerous times. That's true.
He said it again the other day on IFL.
But this is the question I wanted to ask him. Peter Von Ark said timing is everything. Peter, I have a question for you. You say timing is everything. What do you mean by that? So when is the right time for Fury to fight Anthony Joshua? He only has 2 more fights left on his contract. So tell me, when is the right time for him to fight Anthony Joshua if they are currently in negotiations? Everything has been done. Tyson Fury's promoter, American promoter, Bob Arum, said everything has been agreed. Everything is done. We're waiting on whoever to sign. Frank Warren said the same thing. Eddie Hearns is saying the same thing. Anthony Joshua said the same thing. So if 4 guys, 2 on Tyson Fury's team, is saying the same thing, this is not Eddie Hearns and AJ. We're talking about 2 people on Tyson Fury's team who works directly with him, is saying that everything is good, everything has been finalized. We're waiting on Tyson Fury or whoever.
Right.
When is the right time then? If he only has 2 fights left on his contract, give me a good explanation for that, brother.
Is he going to fight 2 bums, and you're not going to get no money, and then your little retirement fund's done, and then because you ain't got AJ, and then Bob Arum, if you don't do it, Bob Arum's going to sue the pants off of you. So
Lars Bell, what's up, brother? What's going on? Let's see. It's either Bob Arum, Eddie, Frank, Joshua are lying, or Fury is lying, or Fury won't pick up the pen. It's
Well, Eddie Hearn said that their side, they all signed and they've sent it to Fury.
Yeah. So we don't know, man. And then Fury said that he's not going to fight anywhere but Las Vegas. So it's a mess. Let me tell you something. Pay me $500,000. I'll fight you anywhere. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna lose when I step in the ring with Anthony Joshua, but that's not the point. The point is, just send me the check.
You'll only be in there 30 seconds. You'll go down on the first round. 30 seconds for the first round. Get counted out, and we out.
Well, let me ask you. Okay, so Rachel said, "Do you guys think that Wilder is secretly insecure about his resume? Look how he's tried to sell Ortiz. Who can Wilder fight? He needs to win, but they have to be a top 15. Who's that guy?
Definitely top 10.
Rachel, he needs to fight Andy Ruiz. I shot a video about 2 weeks ago saying that Wilder needs to stay the hell away from Andy Ruiz. I'm gonna tell you why I said that. I said that because psychologically, because of the beating that he took from Tyson Fury and all of those excuses he's made, I was afraid that if he loses again to possibly Andy Ruiz, he might be on suicide watch. So since Andy Ruiz is coming off of a devastating defeat to Anthony Joshua, and Wilder's coming off a devastating defeat to Tyson Fury, in order for them to make the kind of money that these 2 fighters want to make, they need to fight each other. Wilder's not going to make any money fighting anything less than an Ortiz. Ruiz. Sorry about that, Andy Ruiz. Listen, Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder need each other right now. Right. Now we know Ruiz is fighting Areola, but I'm saying after that, him and Wilder need to fight each other.
That's
Wilder
what I was saying.
Right now.
So, yeah.
Wilder's in hibernation right now. So Rachel, we don't know what's going on with Wilder. He's quiet as a church mouse right now.
And he's been inactive for over a year now. So,
So let's see. What did he say? He said, what you say, reptile lifestyle? Canelo is a different animal than Joshua.
Reptile lifestyle always goes random. I know him on the comments. What I'm saying is you're going to get to know the comments.
Okay.
Yeah. Reptile, stop it, Reptile. You just
and look at Bell. Bell say, love the energy. AJ still has the 3rd fight per contract. Is that correct? What 3rd fight you talking about? Is that with Ruiz? What 3rd fight is he?
I'm not sure. I saw that question. I wasn't sure what he meant.
Rachel, stipulate on which contract you're talking. Which fight are you talking about? So we can not Rachel Bev. Stipulate who you're talking about so we can properly address that.
Yeah, so I can properly answer your question, Bev. That's a nice picture you got there.
Nothing here. Fury ain't retiring. I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know, man.
nothing here. I know you as well in the comments, and you're always with me, and usually we usually agree, but nothing here. Come on, Fury's already said AJ is his. Do you guys just like not listen, like because it doesn't suit what you feel, so you just negate certain things and take on certain things that can build up your narrative? Guys, you need to stop it. It is pathetic and it's loserish.
Hey Saul, I agree with you. You're right. When you say why does AJ have to fight Ruiz again? You're right about that. He doesn't need to fight Ruiz again.
No,
right.
I said that.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
That's done and dusted.
Saul, you're right about that. He don't need to fight him again. You're right.
I said that to you.
Yeah, you did. You did say that. Yeah, you did say that. Also, Peter Von Ark said that late June, early July, they're arguing over an interview.
This is what I'm saying, and this is what I think is true, because if you go to Sporting Icons, they've got a commentary, and he said on his commentary that and a commentary even that he did just before we went live. He said basically he knows the country. He doesn't know the specific city, but the country is set where they're having the fight.
Okay.
And it's going to be, he said he knows a general time of when it's going to be announced. And that was told to him by Bob Arum. And Bob Arum said, just hold it. But because if you check on Sporting Icons, they do regularly have Bob Arum on.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. So on Sporting Icons is great.
Tyson Fury, I don't know, mate.
So let me ask you a question.
You're gone mad or you're trying to promote something in a weird way.
So let me ask you a question. If that's the case, could it be that Tyson Fury signed the contract already? He's playing head games?
Yeah, well, good for him. Like, it's not, that's what I'm saying. It's either he's gone mad or he's signed the contract and tried to play a promo game.
Peter Von Arts, answer that question for me, brother. If that's the case, if you know for a fact this fight is going to be June or late June or early July, so let's say that's facts.
Right.
The only way that can happen, the next facts have to be the contracts that you know for a fact has been signed and it's a done deal, signed, sealed, and delivered. Is that the case?
I'm waiting to see what Anthony Joshua's response to what Fury's just said.
Yeah,
hopefully tomorrow or the day after we should get some kind of response.
So Brandon Lynn said that why does Andy Ruiz not deserve a trilogy? Explain that. I'll explain it. Andy Ruiz, why he can't fight Deontay Wilder?
Andy Ruiz has no belt. He serves no purpose for Anthony Joshua to fight him.
Right.
He's fought him twice.
So why does Anthony Joshua have to keep fighting Andy Ruiz, Brandon? Listen, Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder both are PBC fighters. Why Andy Ruiz can't fight Deontay Wilder?
Exactly. Leave Anthony Joshua alone.
Anthony Joshua fought him twice already. He fought him twice.
Like, why are you lot so attached to one fighter? Like, everybody's up his ass. Go and fight other people.
So let's see. Let's see. Anthony Joshua. Oh, okay. So Anthony Joshua was boxing. Oh, thank you, Lady Chann. Yes, I thought there was a 3-fight contract between AJ and Ruiz. No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
2 fights. What?
I'm on a 2-fight. Let's see.
Yeah, got you. Oh, you're welcome as well. You're pretty.
Andy Ruiz hasn't the reach. We want new fights. Yeah, I agree with that, but I think Andy Ruiz, Wilder needs somebody to fight. So let's say if Wilder doesn't get Fury, who do you want to see Deontay Wilder fight?
Who says even Wilder's coming back to fight?
Right. I think he will. He'll come back. He'll come back.
But why? Who says? He hasn't said anything.
Yeah, I believe he'll come back though. I think
when?
I don't know. That's a good question. So Lance Bale said that he said, I genuinely think that it's mind games from Team Fury to raise hopes about the trilogy in the Wilder camp.
This
is the case.
Yeah, it's trolling. Where does that get him? By trolling. What's the benefit of it? What's the outcome of the troll? This is what I don't get. If that is it.
With the amount of money that he's going to make fighting Anthony Joshua, I don't have time to troll. I don't have time to play. How much I'm getting paid? We getting paid $100 million a piece or whatever. What do I sign? See,
where do I
doesn't make sense to me.
I've already spent 10 million in my head.
Right. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I've already got 2 new houses. I've bought my mum a house. I've got 2 new cars. Like, where do I sign? I've already did this in my head for the first 10 mil, and I've got still a 90 other mil to invest and spend. Where do I sign? I haven't got time for trolling.
So let's see. Ruiz fights Wilder, but he still deserves a trilogy. Okay, wait. Ruiz fights Wilder, but he still deserves a trilogy because it's 1-1.
Nah, mate. No. He took the belts back. He lost his belts and he took the belts back. It's not about. So then what? So they just keep back and forth. So what if Joshua fought him again and then Ruiz won and then took the belts? So then what do we do then? So then it's 2-1. So then Joshua then says, no, we need to fight again to make sure that it's going to be. I've got the third opportunity to fight. Mate, we ain't got time for back and forth. So he lost. He got the belts. He took the belts back. That's it. Move on.
Braveheart, what do you say, brother? You say Wilder would out jabs Ruiz. Ruiz is too slow for Wilder. Listen, Ruiz is training with Ed Reynoso right now. Ruiz has lost a lot of weight, and Ruiz can box. And Anthony and Wilder doesn't really throw jabs, really, and he depends on that right hand. So that would be an interesting fight. My point is, why can't Wilder fight Ruiz? If
super chat there, bro.
I don't understand that. Like, why he can't fight Ruiz? Wilder, like, if they in the same camp, they're on the same side of the street. Both of them are managed by Al Heyman. Why that fight can't be made? While he's waiting for Fury or whatever, because he missed the AJ bus. He had a chance to fight AJ. He turned that down a couple years ago, calling him a coward and all that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. We done it.
So that ship don't sail. If Wilder ever gets the opportunity to fight AJ ever again, it's really going to be on AJ terms. AJ can say, you know what, I'm gonna offer you $5 million because of the hell that you took me through a few years ago. I'm gonna give you whatever I would want to give you. Take it or leave it.
Have you got moderators in your chat?
No, I don't have any mods.
Oh, don't you? Reptile Lifestyle. If there was a mod here, we just block you. I know. I want Malachi just to block you just for me because this is what you do. You troll me all the time.
I put him on timeout right now.
Yeah.
Bro, Wilder don't want to smoke with Ruiz, but he definitely would. But Ruiz definitely would accept it. Yeah. I honestly, me being objective, I think I would like Ruiz in that fight against Wilder.
Me too.
I'm gonna tell you why, because I seen Ruiz take that left foot from AJ and get up. Ruiz fought AJ twice. In the second fight, he got hit with so many right hands that second fight, and he wouldn't go down. He clearly got beat. AJ like about circles around in that second fight. So Ruiz can take a punch, and he has quick hands, and he's training with Ed Reynoso. That's why I say him and Wilder would be a great fight.
Yeah, just to see where we can gauge him, to see where he's at now.
But I don't think nobody wants to fight I don't think Wilder want to fight Ruiz. That's too much of a dangerous fight.
It's just like high risk, low reward.
Okay, let's see. The Godfather of Boston said Tyson Fury's grandmother only died the other day. Could that have affected him with Tyson Fury and with his bipolar?
Yeah, tell him. I know Lady Chann, a trilogy is the third final fight. Yeah, but they didn't sign up for a trilogy, Ruiz and Joshua. So if someone wants to use that, because it was 1-1, they should fight a trilogy. No, if it was a trilogy deal made initially, then cool. But it was a 2-fight deal. The end. We move on. Yeah. 2 fights were done. Let's move on swiftly, people.
D-Town Blaster, good looking out for the super chat, fam.
Hey, D-Town.
Hey, dog, Lady Chann. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Let me look at some more questions. Tyson is, let's see. What do you say? Tyson is on antidepressant when he's fighting Ruiz. Okay.
Yeah, as long as they're declared and it's VADA testing, then once your legal medication is declared, then when VADA tests, it doesn't flag. It's like, okay, you declared these, so we're not going to get you for that. But everybody doesn't seem to forget that Fury popped dirty. So. He has a big band and he is a drug cheat. Yeah. So Ruiz camp isn't putting him in with Wilder. I don't know. I don't think they're on the same side of the street. I'm just trying to figure out if you're a heavyweight boxer, why you wouldn't want to fight the best. Why should it be, well, we don't want to put you in with Wilder, or Wilder, we don't want to put you in with Ruiz. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, you in the fight game. Everybody should be fighting everybody. They keep saying it's high risk, low rewards. They're just stuck on AJ because AJ makes us money. And then once Ruiz went from making like 100,000 a fight and then went to AJ making 10 million and all of that, it it's like a drug to them. They're like, we can't go back to making no money, you know. So
yeah, but last, what do you say, Coach? I reckon Wilder and Ruiz won't fight. That fight won't happen for the same reason Klitschko Wilder didn't happen. Cherry picking. Hey, and guess what? Wilder had an opportunity to fight Klitschko because remember, Shelly Finkel managed Klitschko and Wilder.
Yeah,
they had the same management team.
Yeah,
but
he ducked. He didn't bother. Shelly Finkel knew that Klitschko will bang you over. Let's not go there.
Listen, Shelly Finkel, aka Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
He matchmakes. He's a great matchmaker. And that's what he does.
Uh-huh.
He made sure that we built Wilder's career up. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is no joke. Wilder has had 42 fights, I think. He has 39 knockouts. The 2 fights he didn't win, he had a draw against Tyson Fury the first fight. In the second fight, he got knocked out, TKO. Can you honestly tell me, outside of Tyson Fury, who he fought twice, outside of Luis Ortiz, who was 75 years old, he fought twice, outside of Dominique Brazil, who is slow, outside of Bermain Stavern, outside of those 4 fighters, tell me who Wilder has fought the rest of the time.
No one. He's got the trashiest resume out of all of the top 5.
I promise you, man, outside of those 4 fighters, I can't really say, you know. I'm just being honest with you.
That's all we're doing is honestly, and we've actually got things to back this up. So I don't understand why people always want to come on the attack. Like, you can't fanboy and fangirl and cape for someone so much till you're in this state of delusion. It's not a healthy mind state to be in, guys. Like, you can like a fighter. My favorite fighter is Bud Crawford. I'd love to talk about him a hell of a lot more, but we can't because there's nothing going on with him. You know?
That's my favorite fighter, Terence Crawford, but there's nothing going on with him, so I can't really talk about him. You know,
but we're not gonna, like what Malachi says. We're not gonna put on a cake for these. If Joshua does something that's stupid, we're gonna call it. If Tyson Fury does something stupid, we're gonna call it. If Bud Crawford does something stupid, we're gonna call it. Guys, just open your eyes and just take in the information, digest it, and then come out with a proper informed opinion or decision. That's all. We present you the facts, digest them, and see what you come up with. That's all. Stop caping.
Every boxer. Oh, see, Kyle, you haven't answered my question I asked you earlier, but you say every boxer takes PEDs, including your favorite boxer, AJ. AJ never got pop dirty.
Okay, if he I've never seen him pop dirty. See, Kyle. So, where was your sources from? Again, nada. You don't have any sources. It's nothing. So stop saying things because in the world of thingy that you're defaming someone's character, and you know that you could be sued for such slanderous terminology and words and statements. So stop it. Come again when you've got facts. Send me a link and then we'll go.
I'm gonna put you on timeout, man. I don't like the disrespect. Let's see.
Who is that?
Let me see. Someone said, "Ask this silly woman what?"
Yeah. Time them out. This is what they say every time when there's a woman saying something. She doesn't know boxing. She doesn't know this. I don't really give a shit. Set up your own channel and let people come to your channel then, and let's watch your channel.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out where it's at now. I can't find it. I need to get me some moderators for the chat. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some mods for the chat.
Is good. Nothing here is good.
Yeah, I do that. I'll say it again.
Yeah. There he is, Big A.
Oh,
why is she here, mate? This woman has no idea about boxing. Why is she here, mate? So you're from England.
Oh, Big A. Yeah.
Time out, Big A.
Why does it idiot, Big A? Yeah, we're gonna put you on timeout right now, bro. You know, one thing about me, when we have guests on this show, I don't allow disrespect. You know, like that's what made me upset about Drew. When Barbershop Talks,
right?
Drew the Titan on there, and they had Sugar Hill and Drew the Titan. He said all this crazy stuff about like he was interrogating Sugar Hill, and then he said that I kind of wish you would have got burnt up in the car fire.
You said nothing.
There's no way that you're gonna have a guest on your show and have another person disrespecting.
Yeah.
Someone like Sugar Hill, a professional in the boxing game, to say something like that. Fred Barbershop should have checked that. I'm not going to do that.
We're not with that. We're not rocking that. Yeah, because that means you're co-signing it if you don't say anything. Anyway,
Okay, boxing.
barbershop's a snake anyway.
Let's see, Boxing Kingdom. Good looking out for the super chat, Ron, brother. You say that Ruiz never deserved a third fight with AJ after eating half of Saudi Arabia. hey. Oh man. Let's see what we got. Zachary Goldman. Big thanks to both of you for the stream. Being stuck inside with way too much free time. What are your personal top fights to watch? So that's what Zachary Goldman said. Let me see.
My personal top fights to watch are a lot of Floyd Mayweather. So I like watching Floyd with Miguel Cotto. I like watching. I like watching Floyd with Canelo. That every time I watch that fight, and Malachi, you know, I watched that fight not too long ago.
Yeah. You told me,
And then I watched it. When I told you I was watching it, it finished about an hour later. My friend comes over to my house, and I'm like, "Let's watch Floyd Mayweather and Canelo," because he said he never saw it. I don't ever get sick of that fight. So those are a couple of my favorite fights. Always including Floyd Mayweather.
Boxing Kingdom, good looking out for the super chat, fam. You say Ruiz never deserved a third fight. Yeah, you're right about that. He ate up half of Saudi Arabia. Showed no discipline in the lead up to the rematch. So yeah.
Thank you, Boxing Kingdom. So why should he get any trilogy fight just because you effed up? We moved.
D-Town Blaster, I made you a moderator, right? You got everything?
Yeah.
You got everything because I did make him a moderator.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, just handle everything for us.
Yeah. We ain't got time for these losers, man.
Malachi Williams, yeah. Wait. Oh, somebody named Malachi Williams? Somebody created.
Somebody probably just makes a profile of your name. They do. Yeah. Look, exactly. Go. They're just
Who's
making.
this Malachi Williams? Wait a minute, man. Who is this?
Ace Hardware, respect to you, brother. He said respect.
Hold on. Okay, all right. Okay.
What did you say? Where were you, Ace? I just saw you. Could you see Ace Hardware?
Ace Hardware, let me see. It might be up top.
No, it's up more to the bottom. Near Malachi Williams. Go.
Yeah. Hold on. This person here said on Reddit, they say, Lady Chann, I value your opinion. Big respect.
Thank you so much, Red or Dead. You're very respectful. Thank you so much.
Jim Elliott said Wilder isn't top 5. Top fighters: AJ, Fury, Ruiz, Povetkin, White, Wilder, Usyk. I disagree with that, Jim Elliott. Wilder is a top 5 fighter. Even though I do bang on Wilder, but let me tell you guys something. Wilder is a real good fighter, but he's a terrible boxer.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Of course it does.
You know what I'm saying? I got to take my hat off to him now. I'm not going to just not.
He can fight, but he can't box. He doesn't have the fundamentals to box. He doesn't have a great skill set to box, but he can fight and he can bang, and that's it. Relies on that right hand. Is it a good thing? No, it's not. But yeah, he doesn't have boxing fundamentals, but yet he can fight. There's Derek Chisora's like that. He's a brawler, but he's not a great boxer.
Not a great boxer, yeah. Stick up for yourself. Yeah, Drew Titan is despicable the way he went after Sugar Hill, and the host let him get away with that. Yeah. If the host let him get away with that, the host is just as guilty. Just as bad. You're co-signing that behavior. Bev, what do you say, Bev?
I don't fuck with the Tommy Furies and the Jake bullshit, Bev. I don't, and the Logan Paul. I really just, I think it's bad for boxing. I think it's pathetic. I think it's stupid, and I'm pissed off that my pound for pound all-time favorite fighter, Mayweather, is coming out of retirement to do this.
Good looking out, fam. What you say? I apologize for the idiocy. Yeah. D-Town Blaster, are you a moderator? I know I made you one.
Yeah. He must be a mod. Let me see if he's got the wrench. You got the wrench, D-Town?
I don't see the wrench. Yeah, he got a wrench. But how do you make him a mod on the live? You can't make him a mod on the live.
I don't know because I've never done it. You can. I'm sure you can make it. I've made mods on the live.
I made him a mod on my YouTube on my other videos and stuff.
You can do it on the live. I've done it. I've been given a wrench live, but I don't know how to do it.
I'll find out, man. We're gonna be able to do that because we definitely need to do that.
Oh yeah, look, Mark Remington, big up, Lady Chann. I sub to your channel. Gonna have to get you in the studio. You got bars too. Yes, sir.
Brandon Lynn, would you say Brandon? Sounds like Joshua's entire fan base wants nothing to do with the idea of a in shape, dedicated Ruiz to me. No, I don't think so. They fought twice. See, say, hey, Brandon, this is my take on boxing. I don't feel like Tyson Fury was afraid of Wilder when he fought him twice. If you fight somebody 2 times, I don't see where the fear is at in that. So Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua fought each other twice, right? Andy won the first fight by TKO. The second fight, he lost 12 rounds. He lost a 12-round decision, unanimous decision. So my point is, okay, let's say Andy Ruiz and Wilder and Andy Ruiz and Joshua fights again. Let's say I agree with you what you're saying. Until that fight happens, why Wilder and Ruiz can't fight each other?
Because they're stuck on AJ like a bloody.
Why Ruiz can't fight Wilder when they with the same promotional company, PBC? You know,
and anything that makes sense is not done, and anything that's illogical is praised and accepted.
Let me see.
I'm so done with it. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, Brandon Lenz, why you play shiny with Ruiz narrative? He had his shot. He won and he lost. Back to the lab. Start from the bottom. AJ don't owe him anything.
Thank you, Saul.
I agree with that. Hold on, who is this guy here? Malachi. Okay, so I got a really good idea for you guys. Who is this Malachi?
Your name is not really Malachi Williams. They do it so that when they're in the chat, it looks like it's you speaking.
Hey, man, you stealing my name, man.
But me and Malachi have the same surname. Because I'm Williams as well.
Oh, man. Listen, okay, now you're back. Reptile, you gotta be respectful now. Yes, Wilder and Ruiz is the All-American affair. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Saeed, shout out fam, and say champs were born. Champs was born. They were made with belts responsible. Okay, being a responsible champion, more for Ruiz. If AJ had given him another chance, Ruiz will go back to eating. Okay, yeah. Okay, Dragon Leg said, I don't think these fighters are scared. They're fighters. They get nervous. We all do. Yeah. I mean, I agree with that.
But then some are scared. Even when I spoke to Carlos Takam, he was like, sometimes when he just posts, that his workout regime, it deters a lot of boxers from him. Boxers are Mike Tyson said he was petrified, not nervous.
Yeah,
petrified
before a fight. I think every fight is. Until they get
there's different levels. There's being nervous, and there's been I'm a little bit nervous before I go on stage. But I'm not petrified. So Mike Tyson is petrified, and some people, when they're petrified, they're paralyzed with fear, and they just don't want to do it. Or some people, when they get so much that big money could be brought into the equation, that it can actually give them anxiety, and they actually rebuke the goodness, like they say, the more money, more problems. And I think that's what Wilder suffers from, some form of delusions of grandeur, and that's why him and Fury make
my main man. Punch.
Wilder and Fury make it the same because they are
punch drill boxing. What's up? Even if Wilder is granted the trilogy, he should not take it. Layoff, surgery, new trainer, lack of mental fortitude, 5 Fury's unanswered beatdown. I can go for that because Wilder did have surgery.
I can go with that.
Hey, Punch, who is Wilder's new trainer? I thought JD is taking over everything.
Who?
I thought JD is taking over everything.
JD's got taken. That's why they got Mark Breland in the first place. Because JD doesn't know shit.
Yeah, but they got rid of Mark Breland. So
I know, but what I'm saying is,
who did they replace
rid of Mark Breland? They haven't got. There isn't. JD isn't taken up the role of the head trainer.
Okay.
No way.
Okay.
That's why they got Breland on.
Hey, Punch, let me know, brother. If I need to get you on, man. I need to get you on, but we're gonna do another show.
I know a lot about this boxing channel, Punch Drunk Boxing. I need to check it out.
Yeah, Punch. Yeah, I was on this show last night.
Oh, was you?
Yeah, last night, man. It was a last minute thing.
What time was you on? Your time?
What did he say? No, he's in New York.
What time was you on his show last night? Your time, Malachi.
Punch, what time that was? That was probably like 10 o'clock last night.
Yeah, it would have been 3 a.m. for me. I was probably asleep, to be fair.
Yeah. So let's see. C. Kyle, there you go, brother. What do you think about the young Russian boxer, Yuri Netor, 254 Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't
I don't
know
know
who he
who that
is.
is. Sorry, I don't know who that is.
D-Town Blaster, the guy that took a dive, Mr. OnlyFan Malik Scott. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, so he is going to be, is he what, back to being the trainer? Malik Scott? As
Yeah, I don't
what,
know.
head trainer?
Yeah, he might be. Last, what
That
you
would
said,
be silly.
last punch boxing is fire. Yes, he is. Yes, he
Oh,
is.
I'm definitely going to check out Punch Drunk
Yeah,
Boxing.
listen, what about
Oh,
me?
you started at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. I would have been awake then. I would have tapped
Oh, yeah,
tapped
but
tapped in. Where are you based? Are you based in
no, he's in New York.
New York? Oh
Yeah, he's
yeah,
in New York.
I grew up on Staten Island and back and forth. So yeah.
Okay, wait. Rachel just addressed that. Rachel said that Shelly Finkel said Malik Scott would be taking on a bigger role with Wilder, but I really don't think we will see Wilder fight this year.
I'm telling
I hope
you.
not.
I'm telling you. I've got a little niggly feeling that Wilder he's not coming back.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why wouldn't he come back? That doesn't make sense to me.
I think there's so many great fights for him. Yes, I do. But what I'm saying is when you've crafted your whole team around you, look, listen to me, right? Wilder, even when he won the bronze, there was some hoopla around that really he should have been out of the rankings and he really came forth. But cool, he did that. I give him credit for what he's done with such little talent. But he's crafted his team around him to be able to be a bunch of yes men so he can do what he wants and how he likes. Like, oh, I don't feel like training today. I don't feel like hitting the speed bag. He will never find another team, a serious team, that will take that type of bullshit on and allow him, which they have allowed him to do 30 odd fights of cherry picking Uber drivers and Pizza Hut delivery guys.
Right.
So now, with all the mist is cleared, Wilder's put on blast that you now, my G, have to fight top 15 fighters, top 10 fighters. There's no more. We're not doing the bums anymore because we've clocked you. So now he can't do that. So that's why we may not see Wilder again.
Shan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I forgot. Okay, we good.
That's why we may not see Wilder again because the stiff competition is now there and everybody has got their eyes on him to say, now look, let's see what you do. And he can't do that. He can't just go in with no boxing fundamentals, no skill set, no nothing, and try and beat up top 10 heavyweights. Dude's smaller as well. Wilder comes in at like 213. He only bulked up to 230 for the second Fury fight, and it done him no good anyway.
Listen, man, punch. I appreciate you tuning in, brother. I really do. Let's see. What do you say?
Yeah, everybody says I look like Mary J. Blige. I get it all the time.
Hey, you
love somebody else.
Oh, the Wale, what's going on? What you say? Why don't fight fans create their own boxing or boycott these sanctioned bodies? Yeah,
it would be nice if we could.
And you know what I don't like about the guys in the chat? You know what I don't like about boxing, the sanctioned bodies? They have too many versions of the same belt. You see what I'm saying?
Super belt, the super belt, the regular belt. It's just dumb.
This is ridiculous. Like, we have two heavyweight champions. We have two WBA champions. Of course, we know Anthony Joshua is the real WBA champion, the super heavyweight. But then we have, what's the guy named? Brian. He's from New York. He just won the regular WBA.
The one that just beat Savannah.
They beat him. Listen, this guy's so much of a nobody. This fight took place in my city, and I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah, he's fought like his record's like 30 and Trevor Bryan.
Yeah, Trevor Bryan, that's his name. But what I'm saying is, I didn't even. There was no. And guess what? Don King promotes him.
Yeah, Don King's blackballed, and no.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know Don King was still promoting.
I didn't even know Don King was barely still alive.
Well, no, him and Bob Arum is 90 years old.
Bob Arum just holding. Is Don King 90 as well now?
Yeah, he's 90 years old.
Oh, so he was old.
Hey, where's Rap Star? What about me? Rap
old
Star
when I was a kid.
Yeah, man. Let's see what you say. Give Wilder credit. He made Fury look amazing. Yeah, he did because
You're right.
He did.
You're right.
But I will say this though, I got to give Sugar Hill credit, and I have to give Tyson Fury credit as well because Tyson Fury understood that in order for him to beat Wilder, he's going to have to get rid of Ben Davison, right? Yeah. Because don't get me wrong, I love Ben Davison, but for what Wilder needed to do to make a statement against, for what Fury needed to do to make a statement against Wilder. Ben Davison never would have put that game plan together.
I don't understand why anybody didn't think of that game plan. What, put Wilder on the back foot and batter him? Once Wilder's on the back foot, he can't box. Why did it take so long to work that out?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because everybody was afraid of that right hand.
Yeah, but he doesn't throw the right hand when he's on the back foot. He can throw the right hand on when he's coming forward.
No, it was this one guy he fought. I forgot the guy's name. The guy was coming. The guy was beating him.
Yeah.
And Wilder was backing up against the ropes.
Yeah.
And the guy rushed in. It was a white guy, bald-headed guy. I forgot his name. And Wilder caught him with that right hand. It was one of his sweetest knockouts ever. And he put.
Was Wilder coming forward or was Wilder going back?
No, Wilder was going backwards. And the guy rushed him. And bam. But Wilder set him up for that. He didn't see that coming. Yeah. I'm seeing the fight. When you see that fight,
going back and then I don't really see Wilder going back.
No. This what happened. No, he went back
and then came in forward.
He came forward. The guy got caught. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Let me see. So it's for $100 million. I'll stand in the ring with my hands up.
Yeah, it's $100 million.
No padding.
Eric Molina, someone said as well. He's supposed to be fighting. He's supposed to be fighting Fabio Wardley. He's done. He's done like Dominic Brazil. This is his last little go, Eric Molina.
Brandon Lynn, what you say, putting Wilder on his back foot is way easier than it sounds. It'll take the right fighter. Someone like an Andy Ruiz.
Someone's dominating. Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, as you saw, Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury did it already. So
who else is quite dominating?
Oh yeah, Razor Danger. That's his name. Spilka. It was Spilka. What's that Deontay Wilder Spilka fight?
Oh,
listen, man, he put that boy to sleep. So it was. Listen, I have nightmares thinking about that punch he hit him with.
Oh, I need to see. I haven't seen that. You need
to see that fight. Spilka was fading him though, but he got caught.
That's the thing. He always on the cards. Most of the rounds, Wilder actually does lose until he lands the right.
Man, let's see. Punch. What you say, Punch? Once the fighter runs its training camp instead of the trainer. Is a train wreck.
Right. Yeah. This is what I'm saying.
Wilder needs someone who's going to. Let me see. Let me see. We can really do without all of these sanctioning bodies. Yeah, the thing with the sanctioning bodies is they're in the business to make money.
It's money.
But the problem I have with the sanctioning bodies is you have too many versions of the same belt.
Yeah.
There's no way there should be 3 different WBA belts. It should be 3 different WBC belts. Does the IBF only has 1 belt, right? They don't have multiple belts, do they?
No, they don't have multiple belts.
Okay, and the WBO has multiple belts.
Yeah, WBO does.
I don't know if they have it in the heavyweight division, but it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
The WBC does as well.
All right, hey, but listen, hey Shan, we had an hour and 43 minutes, so we're gonna wrap it up.
I'm starving and it's 1:45 in the morning, but I'm definitely gonna eat some baked ZT.
Hey, all right, guys, man. Listen, before I go, let me give everybody a shout out before we go. We have Lady Chann in the building.
Thanks for having me, Malachi.
So Shan, we got to do this again Sunday. We're going to do. Listen,
Sunday.
I'm going to send you guys a message, in YouTube, letting you know when me and Lady Chann, what time we're going to do the show. Want you guys to come over there and check it out.
We've got an LDBC guy on with us. So it's myself, Malachi, Fight Fan Figures, and Get the Smoke. So from LDBC representative, Pro Wilder. This is going to be fun.
Listen, I'm trying to get an LDBC representative on here as well.
I found him by default. He was actually my friend. I actually get on with him until the topic of Wilder came up, and then it all went crazy. And it was like, oh, I didn't know you felt that way. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he's nice, but
yeah, I would love to get one on it because like
they'll
I
never
tell
come
you,
on.
I'm not gonna, you know,
They won't
hey,
come on. They won't come on.
I'm not gonna block you or none of that. We can talk and have a healthy debate.
They won't do it.
Listen, I told you. Let me see. Well, let's answer a couple of these questions before we go. Just a couple.
Awesome stream.
Brandon said, okay. Let me see.
Gracias a ti.
Let me see. What are your thoughts on T.O. being undisputed with the franchise belt?
That's where the confusion starts to lie because when Mauricio Suleiman was on I can't remember which one of the boxing channels, he definitively said that Teofimo Lopez is the undisputed champ. But then now he's come back saying that there's going to be some tweaks with all of that. But as it stands, Teofimo Lopez is undisputed.
But he created that confusion. How can you dispute with a franchise belt? I call the franchise belt the French fries belt.
Yeah, the email belt, right?
Yeah, I mean, come on, that's crazy. You know, so Devin Haney is the WBC super lightweight champion, but now that belt doesn't count for nothing anymore. Come on, man, that's crazy. So this guy said, please do a boxing review of Fury and John McDermott, the first fight. Sick of hearing about being undefeated. All right.
Yeah, by David Pratt. Yeah. So he got clipped and knocked down by, I forget the other geezer's name.
Brandon, what's good, buddy? You say could do a collab with Counterpunch. Well, we're gonna
I do collab with Counterpunch, but definitely you want to get. I think it would be great if Malachi and Counterpunch did
Big A. Okay, that's what it was. That's what you were talking
about. It would
about.
be wicked if you did a collabo with Kurt, you know.
Yeah. Me, Kurt. Yeah, that all of us. So listen, we gotta let Lady Chann go, man. We gotta let her go because she has to eat. It is late in the UK. It's 1-something in the morning. So other than that, guys, much love. I'm gonna give everybody a shout out. Lady Chann, I'm gonna let you go. Okay.
Thank you. See you guys later. Bye.
All right. Before we go, I'm gonna give everybody a shout out. Red or Dead. Shout out to you, fam. Jermaine C. Shout out to you. Oluwole. Shout out to you. Reptile Lifestyle. Shout out to you. Manzino HD, shout out, brother. Laz, shout out to you. Rachel, thank you so much for rocking with us. Dragon Leg, thank you so much for rocking with us. Mama Lou, good night, sister. Let's see, Peter Von Arts, good night. Have a good night, brother. You know what I mean? Benatti, good night, brother. Yeah, we're gonna try to hook that up with Kurt. Red or Dead, good night. Malachi Williams, I don't know if you're trolling or not, but maybe that is your real name. Good night, brother. Brandon Lenz, good night. We got to say what's up to Punch. Good night, Punch. Brian B. Good night, brother. Bolish. Let's see. I got to see some more other people. Sanctus. Deuce. Good night, brother. Let's see what else we got. Who else we got here? King Slender. Good night, Punch. Good night, fam. Reptile Lifestyle. Razor Danger. Good night. Jermaine C. Well, who else we have? Terry Harliles. Good night, brother. Saul. Good night, brother. D-Town Blaster. Listen, man, we got to get more moderators in here, D-Town. What about me? Good night, brother. And I think that's it. Nothing here. Good night. Peter Von Arts. Good night. Vizo W. Good night. And tell him, my main man. Good night. And other than that, that's it, guys. Candace Moody. Good night, sister. And Jermaine C. Let's say shout out. What about me? Good night. Other than that, I think that's it. Reptile Lifestyle. Good night. Other than that, fam, that's it. We're going to do a live again tomorrow. I will be on the lookout. I will post it, let you guys know. Other than that, George Malachi Williams, represent for New Media Today USA. Signing out. Peace.